Hey guys, what's up? This is Jameson, back with another pick a card reading from Pretty Young Tarot. I am here to deliver a message as to why you got ghosted. This seems to be quite a common phenomenon that's going on in this generation, this day and age. To basically everyone. I think everyone at some point has been ghosted by someone and has wondered why, and that's why I'm here to hopefully deliver this hard news in a as delicate as I can manner. So we have 5 piles to choose from. This is group 1, group 2, group 3, group 4, group 5, and if you would like to either refer back to the thumbnail or you can pause the video now, I can give you guys a few minutes. Yeah. I had something else to say. My YouTube channel has definitely picked up in the past couple of weeks, and I'm super thankful to all of you guys who have subscribed to my channel. It means a lot to me. This is literally like my dream. This is like what I want to be doing with my life. I've been called to do this for over a year now, and so to see it pick up so rapidly has been it's made me extremely grateful for just the opportunity and for the ability to read for you guys. But anyway, if this reading doesn't resonate with you, just I'm sorry, but this is a general reading and it cannot apply to everyone, unfortunately. But if you'd like to book a private reading with me, send me a DM, or you can also follow me on Instagram, which is Pretty Young Tarot. It's just the exact same as my YouTube. And then you can go ahead and message me there. I'll also have my email up in that description as well. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get started with group number 1. Okay, my group number 1s, let's see why someone had the nerve to ghost your beautiful soul. Oh, also, word of advice, just in general. Always remember that rejection is God's protection, universe's protection, you know, whatever you prefer to call it. But just know that it's for your highest good. So we all want to know why, but just know that at the end of the day, it just wasn't meant for you, and it doesn't really matter. All right, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so group number 1, why did you get ghosted? I'm definitely seeing this person they weren't honest with you about how they were feeling. We have the Ace of Swords in reverse, and this is like, in this deck, it's a scythe. I think that they honestly could have left to go back to something in the past with the 6 of Cups here in reverse, with the Hermit card. So they could have gone back to a Virgo, but they also could have just retreated to work on spiritual endeavors. They have the Dagger, which is conflict and danger lie in wait. I feel like they honestly could have psyched themselves out about this connection, and the Hope card came up in reverse. So also, this person's name could start with a J, but they were like losing faith in the situation, or they were just like in a state of like worry. But I'm also really getting that, like, because it's Sweat Lodge, but it says purification here at the bottom. This person could really just have had a lot going on, and they felt like they needed to like retreat from the situation, and like get clarity on like if they were really on their path or not. Hey, stop. Right now I'm seeing that they could potentially be with someone new, so that might be somewhat confusing for you, just because if this person didn't want a relationship, why were they pursuing you, and why would they ghost you if they did? And so like what makes this person like so special? I think that whoever they're with now definitely could be someone from the past, that is just like a comfort for them. With the Nine of Cups and the Hope card in reverse, so they both signify hope. This also could potentially mean that there is hope to like reconnect in the future. I am going to clarify that. Right, what is this Nine of Cups? What is this Nine of Cups for group number 1? Wow. Nine of Cups, group number 1. They do not want to talk. Okay. The Ten of Wands in reverse. Okay. So, I think that this is kind of a weird message. There's a possibility here that they went back to like maybe an ex or someone from the past because it's less work. With the Ten of Wands in reverse here, they're happy in this connection, or so like they're content, and they don't want to put in all of the effort into like a new relationship and build all of that. I think that they're already building something else, like probably their career, or maybe they're in school. There's something else that's taking up a majority of their time. So this connection was becoming like an energetic burden, or so they felt it was becoming an energetic burden. You guys also could have known each other in the past. That's possible. We have 2 9s here, so like maybe when you were kids. But I also think that this person might be religious. I'm getting that vibe as well. But if you are wondering about this connection that they're currently in, I kind of feel like this Dagger card here is signifying that there is like danger ahead for that connection. I think that, because I mean, obviously if like they're just content and like not actually happy, the like possibility of that actually like panning out is really, really slim. Especially with the Purification card, I think this has kind of like somewhat run its course. Yeah. So I made this bag full of like little like trigger words to get more clarity on these situations. So I'm gonna go ahead and get one for you guys. What is clarifying message for group number 1? This one. Okay. Taurus. So you could have been dealing with the Taurus. This could have happened during Taurus season. Taurus also signifies a hard worker, and someone who likes to hold on to things. It has to do with like, it rules the 2nd house in astrology, which is the house of like material possessions and spiritual possessions, that like things that we like treasure. This Taurus also has the ability to somewhat be materialistic in terms of like wanting like the finest things, wanting their creature comforts. They have like they want things to be beautiful and have them a certain way, and this honestly could be why the relationship that they're in is making them happy right now, or like why they are happy in general. They have like their needs are being met, whether or not it is like totally emotionally fulfilled. Like I think it is exhausting though. I think it's something about this connection is exhausting. This also could totally relate to like the whole situation why they go to do this. So this could be referring to your guys' connection. Regardless, they had the need to like let go, a release of a burden. They needed to use their energy elsewhere. I'm also seeing like this person could just in general, like, because the wands, 10 of wands also can be seen as like someone who just likes to like sleep around, for lack of better words. Like I don't really get that with the Virgo energy, because Virgos like well, specifically the Hermit. I'm not saying that Virgos don't have those traits, but I think that like it is possible that this person just like didn't want to settle down, or like wanted, or was still reflecting back on something in the past. They still haven't figured out something about their past, and so they needed to like cleanse their like situation, to see what exactly was going on. I'm gonna grab one more message here. One more message for group number 1. This one. Obsession. Yeah. They could be dealing with like a mental obsession or something of that sort. They could have been lying about someone about the past. They could have like a toxic attachment, or obsession with like having a dream about someone, or a dream of having something with someone. This can go vice versa. But with this like conflict and danger line weight, this definitely could be really, really unhealthy. Taurus also is a fixed sign, wants to hold on to things. So there is like a call to action to release something. This honestly could be a message for you as well, that you need to stop obsessing over this person, because like they were no good for you, and like regardless of what they're doing now, it just doesn't like serve you to keep thinking about it. Obviously we know like obsession is like Plutonian in nature. It's really hard to let go, because it's Pluto, Scorpio, this is all like totally fixed sign energy. And I'm getting like it could have like thought it was like deeper than it really was, and this person was just in it for like the physicality of it all, and maybe that's why they like felt like you were like somewhat like energetically taxing in terms of like your hopes and dreams for like their future, like things like they just felt like overwhelmed by the situation, and that's why they needed to retreat into the Hermit card. Yeah. So that's what I'm getting for you guys, group number 1. Let's see if there's anything else. Yeah, like the connection could have made them feel like a little bit trapped or like restrained, not able to like do everything that they wanted to do, even though they definitely like from like originally had that like kindred spirit feeling with you. I think that it just wasn't something they saw like that had like longevity to it, and they wanted to go like reap what they've sown like, elsewhere. Yeah. But I do know that this hurt you. With the daggers like always symbolize maybe you feel like you got backstabbed. This was really like, obviously ghosting generally feels like that, but yeah. Just know that also if you keep pursuing this, if you are still like obsessing over it, conflict and danger could lie in wait for you as well. I'm not seeing like necessarily like physical injury, but like it's gonna do you like, it's not gonna be good for you like emotionally to keep at like poking at it or keep obsessing about it, trying to talk to them. Like there's a reason that you guys aren't together, and there's a reason that the communication has been cut off, and don't drag it out like longer than it needs to be. Okay. That's all I'm saying for you, group number 1. Thank you so much for stopping by. I know that this is obviously like a difficult message, but I do pray that there's like love and light and healing for all of you guys who have come to receive this message and being open to it. And I hope that you guys have a great rest of your day. Bye. All right. The group number 2s. Let's see why you got ghosted. Okay. Okay. So I am seeing this honestly could have been like a real, like, full-on like relationship, like a whole ass relationship, and this person. So I mean, the Hierophant is. So I'm sorry, I just showed you the Hierophant, and we also have the Aries card over here of the Emperor. So this person could have been like, I'm seeing more of like an action-oriented person and not so much of like someone who like speaks out on like what they have to say, or like what they feel. Because the Hierophant card, like, this guy looks like he's just like not. I'm kind of getting like a confessional, like, you know, in Catholicism, like when you go to a confessional and you have to, like, you can tell your secrets and get like penance, one of those two. Man, it's been a while. Like, since I learned about that in high school. But we also have the Moon here, so there definitely are secrets involved. And if they are yours, this card directly says your secrets are safe. So whatever you did and like reveal to this person is safe in their hands, mind, you know. I think that this person honestly is somewhat, they could have felt like you were controlling, or they are controlling. They are super assertive and like dominant. There's also like an uncomfortability potentially with if you are a female and like someone who like, there's, okay, Aries people in general have a tendency to be like, I mean, they're structured, they have so many great qualities, but if you put like two Aries together, and especially if you put an Aries and a Taurus together, that's like very stubborn energy. This person could have ghosted you because of like verbal fighting, or like they wanted you to like fit into a mold, or you wanted them to fit into a mold that they didn't want to follow. This honestly could have been like they didn't like maybe want to commit, because like with structure in the Hierophant, so like institutionalized things or something that's conventional, traditional, they maybe just didn't want something that was traditional, and they didn't want to like obey like what you wanted, because like they kind of, they like being in control of their own like decisions in life and situations, and kind of being like the ringleader. And if you exhibited qualities that were similar to that, I think that honestly could make them feel like not necessarily intimidated, but like it's tiring for them to have to keep like asserting themselves over and over again. Yeah, I'm sensing that there was just like an imbalance in like communication. I think that there's always potentially been an imbalance in communication, like one of you took it way more seriously than the other, like you saw this person as the Emperor, and on the flip side, they also could have seen you as someone who was like too religious for them, or too traditional, someone who just like has like a lot more structure than they're like willing to give into right now. With the Moon here, and like the Moon sitting on top of the Obedience card, they could also be like mentally, I'm getting like have mental cords, like crown chakra cords attached to someone else who kind of like controls their thoughts in a way. Like they're always checking in with someone like in a mental state. And that sounds weird, but if you've ever had like Like obviously, like we have telepathic communication with people. We have like psychic connections, spiritual connections, and when you really, really have a strong bond with someone, you do form cords. And if someone hasn't properly released those cords, it makes it super hard, like to like not think about them or like have certain feelings get triggered, you know, that sort of thing. Excuse me. They could have been dealing with some sort of like mental health issue. A mental health issue that could have to do with obedience is like they could have oppositional defiance disorder. They don't like being told what to do. They have issues with like authority. I mean, they are really passionate, but it could be like misdirected if when in conjunction with the moon, because they also could be paranoid. I'm getting that. Yeah, so I'm going to move down into this area here. So we do have release. So I think, and this is a 7. So I do think that this is more of a message for you, as because this is from a Sacred Path Oracle. I think this is a message to you to release this connection and release your cords that you probably have formed in regards to this person. And there was a choice that needed to be made, and I think this was past tense. I think when this person did make this choice, they were looking like, I mean, they were trying to find a lighter feeling in the situation. I feel like there is like a sense of like kind of just being weighed down. This also could be like how you feel by this connection still, because if you failed to release it. I'm also getting the letter T. If you guys are into, I'm seeing this person could potentially be into like boats or like marine life. God, this person's energy is just very, like, it's ironic that I feel like they want less structure, because I feel like they're very like systematic, or like they just want things a certain way, and like if they're not that way, it's just, they're not flexible. Like there's no flexibility here. It's like my way or the highway. But yeah, you have the 8 of Wands here, and this man is like standing by a ship, and he's like making the decision, the choice to like move on. Honestly, kind of like, I think that they're just like, they were tired of like this realm, you know, like the friends that you guys share, or like the vibe of like the whole situation. I think that they really just wanted to like seek freedom, and just see like what was out there. Like maybe if they're religious of some sort, they like haven't had a lot of experience, and that could also be like they were raised in a very structured environment, and this was why they have like these obedience issues. They like don't want someone to come off like a parent, or so the moon is also signifying the mother, so they could have like mommy issues in terms of like feeling like their mom's like always like hovering and like watching over them, and like they don't want to be parented, because they could have had like hyper controlling parents. And it's honestly probably, it's like not your fault that you like reminded, like this is someone who like people who have those types of issues, you could literally be like, hey, like I'm making dinner, or like what do you want for dinner, and they could be like, or like I'm making like chicken for dinner, you know, and they're like, I didn't like want chicken, or like why are you trying to like why do I need to eat? Like it's just weird, like even the littlest thing, it like makes them feel like you're like parenting them, and then they're like I'm in control of my life, like I make my own decisions. And so they could have swiftly just like cut you off out of their life, because they were just like literally triggered. So now I'm gonna draw from this bag of like, I have a bag of trigger words, ironic, or like connection words. So what do we have for group number 2? This one. What do we have? Lust. Okay. I mean, Taurus also does love like physicality of things. And Aries will definitely go for what they want if they're an Aries moon. Oh, this makes things more complicated. This could have been your twin flame. So in terms of that, I have found that a lot of people who have twin flames, divine partners, people who they are in separation from, they have a tendency to mimic like paternal issues and like trigger paternal issues in each other, because it's just like that's what we need to heal in this lifetime. And then in order to raise better children, we do have to, or like spiritual children, you know, the children who are going to form the future, they got to work through these karmic issues that we have with our parents, and unfortunately they will be reflected through our partner, which is often like a really hard thing to deal with. I'm going to get one more here. This one. This is just one, right? Self-worth, yeah. So at the core of this issue, they honestly could have not felt like, they could be defensive like this, like need this type of structure, like to be in control of things, just because they like do struggle with self-worth issues. They also like, if you don't feel that connection towards them, this definitely, like, I'm pretty, like, twin flame, like, never comes out, right? The Eight of Wands also is, it has a sexual vibe to it, so the lust here, it's like a magnetism, especially with the moon, too. I think that you need to release them to, like, I heard this thing once, it was like, you need to release something so that it can come back, like, energetically. Because, like, when we want for something, it's, like, being chased away. So if this person is your twin flame, you think that they're your twin flame, and, like, you want to, like, move towards it, like, they're asking you to release it. Because, like, if it's meant for you, it'll come back to you. And I'm seeing, like, body image issues in conjunction with this self-worth. This person could also be, not as spiritual and kind of somewhat shallow in terms of what they're attracted to. So if this is like, and that could be like why they left you, is because they had lust and like attraction for someone else and they didn't know how to like communicate that, so they just released you instead. Maybe also because if you do have this parenting vibe, and Cancers do this too, and I'm a Cancer, it's like they have like that attachment to you, and they feel like that'll always be there, like that connection will always be there. So like, hey, if I go do this, then like I'll be able to come back, you know. I mentioned tea, right? I think I did. There are 2 5s here, so I mean that signifies like change, and like I'm getting cycles also, like you could just be in a separation cycle with this person, and they're just gonna like, they have some lessons they need to learn, like a karmic lesson that they need to learn. I'm just gonna verify this really quick, even though this reading is going to be so long. So what is this lust and release? Okay, you might get communication with this person soon, actually. They could have ghosted you. I'm getting this is not like, it wasn't like yesterday, but it's like maybe like a few months, like 3 months at the most. But I do think this person's going to come in with a message. I'm not exactly sure whether or not it's going to be positive, but They could also be asking you to release, like, you could be lusting after this person a lot, and the twin flame relationship is meant to be more, like, I think that this person struggles with lust. I think someone struggles with, like, physical attraction to things, and, like, how they have, like, don't understand yet that that's just, like, fleeting. Like, it's, like, it can end up being, like, flash in the pan sort of situations, and that, like, unconditional love is what needs to be brought into this relation. Harbored with a harbor. Interesting. Something about a harbor. Unconditional love is what needs to be brought in to this connection to make it more stable, but I don't think that this person has kind of matured to that level yet. Yeah. Someone has still got some learning to do. So it's honestly for the best that this person ghosted you, because this is just like, believe me, I know the twin flame journey and it's hard. So I just take this time to, like, work on yourself and, like, work on, I keep wanting to say harbor, I, like, never say that word. Working on your self-worth, because you do deserve someone who, like, is willing to communicate things with you and, like, not ghost you like this, like, regardless of whether or not they're your twin flame. It's just, like, common human decency, you know? Okay, so that's all I have for you, group number 2. Thank you so much for stopping by, and I hope that this reading was enlightening for you. If it was, please leave me a comment down below, and yeah, enjoy the rest of your night, day, time. Alright, so my group number 3s, let's go ahead. Wow, does this person play baseball? I only do this when I'm talking about baseball. Okay. Why did this person ghost you? Huh. Okay. So right away, we have the Trapped card in reverse. I think this person may have felt trapped by, honestly, it could be you, but this could also be, they could have felt trapped by circumstances in their life. So we do have the World here with the 5 of Wands in reverse. So they wanted to come out of conflict. They wanted to stop feeling trapped. They wanted to expand their horizons, and they could have literally moved also, and that could be an excuse that they used. Like, as to why they ghosted you, like, oh, like, I just, like, you know, like, I moved, and, like, I just figured, you know, just, like, this long distance thing, like, it just wouldn't work. But this person, yeah, so we also have the Wheel of Fortune here. So the Wheel of Fortune also signifies move. This also signifies, like good luck, or maybe, like, but it is paired with the Fool in reverse, so this is interesting. In this, like, so when it's upright, it looks like he's looking forward, like, straight ahead, and he's, like, balancing between, like, if he falls on this side, it's, like, sunflowers and, like, beautiful, and, like, you know, like, a beautiful summer day, and on this side it's like deep depths of, like, water. And when it's reversed, he's, like, it looks like he's looking at the ocean instead of, like, straight ahead. This person could have, like, not, literally just, like, not wanted to dive into this connection. I feel like they just, like, weren't ready. They kind of, like ran out of it because they were just, like, scared for the most part. The Fool in reverse in general means, like not, like, following your intuition, or, like, not feeling like feeling, like, off kilter, not being able to I'm getting, like, justify a means to an end, and that's, like, not what I'm trying to say. I think that they were afraid of the risk, and they didn't know, or they felt like it wouldn't be, like, useful. I'm getting, like, the word useful for them in this time in their lives to, like, dive into something with you. And I feel like they, honestly, this sounds terrible, could have felt like getting out of this connection was like a small, like a victory for them. Or this could literally, like, them leaving you is a victory for you. Because we also have confidence down here. And there's like this ethereal woman, like petting this horse. And so you could be really connected to nature. There is a reference to horses twice in this spread. I don't know. They also feel like, it feels like if they were traveling, if they did have to move, if that's really what it was, they like moved somewhere. I think that it was easier to like just cut you out instead of like having to like miss you and like deal with that sort of like inner like conflict, like wanting to be with you and like not being there. And like I think this could also be like they followed their intuition on this because like they know themselves and maybe they've done long distance before, and it just made them like not like who they like how they were acting, because I feel like this person isn't like, I'm getting Sagittarius vibes, but this person isn't the type of person who like when they go somewhere that they want to be like tied down to something like in the past. I think that this was like honestly like bad timing. But it was hard. I think it was a hard decision to ghost you, and I think that that's like super weird. Like if it like, why can't you just communicate that? Like if you like this is a totally communicatable situation. I mean, it's sad, but like it's way like, I think that in their head they thought this would be better for like everyone, but like really it was just like selfish. I think that they still like take pride in like you. I think that they are they see you as someone who is like really worldly and like cultured, and you have good luck and good energy. And I don't think that this was like necessarily something that they wanted to do. I think that they did it like just because they didn't want to deal with it and like actually deal with it. Like I think this person has like an aversion to like feeling. Like that sounds super weird, but like I don't think that they like feeling their emotions, like deep emotions. I think that this could also be stemmed from like a childhood, like maybe they were like the pacified child growing up. They couldn't speak out a lot on like how they felt, or like when they did show emotions, they were kind of like shunned for it. I'm getting Leo. There's kind of like a lot of like fire sign. Could also be Aquarius. We have here just 2 Aquarian cards. I feel like this is like kind of gross, like this energy like up here with the victory card. It's kind of like they still see you as like a trophy. Like they still see you as someone who's like they're proud of that they were with. I mean like that's like kind of positive, but like it's counting coups. So I think that like that relationship to them is like something that they like brag about. Like you could honestly be in the public eye, or someone who is more like you're popular and you're involved and like people know about you and like they see you, and they kind of use that connection as like bragging rights, even though like they fucked you over. I don't think that they even like probably say that part. I think that they kind of like, I'm getting like a disparity between like what really went down and like what they say happened, sort of thing. Like maybe on like, I never get this, but like maybe they do say that it was like what's that word when you guys both agree to like break up, mutual. Like it was like a mutual agreement that it just like wasn't working out. And this also could be like, to look at the bright side of the situation, this could be to avoid conflict, and like spreading rumors about the situation, because I'm seeing that you guys are still connected somehow on like the internet. But also someone visited Paris recently, France. potentially. So anyway, I'm gonna pull from I explain this to every other group. So I made this bag of like words that are like supposed to go along with this like the situation. Okay. Yeah, so this person has some toxic behaviors. Either or you or them had toxic behaviors. I think that honestly I feel like it's more them, and I'm getting it's related to this confidence, like the cockiness. I just keep getting cockiness. Like bragging and like even though they're like the fool, like they're the one who like ruined everything. They aren't in touch with their emotions. Like, let's see. Is this just one? I don't feel like this is just one. Okay, maybe they're connected. All right. This one's a date. Okay, so maybe this person was born in 1990 or what? This is a 10. You guys could have been together for 10 months. Something related to the number 10. But yeah, definitely something in regards to like 1990. The 90s. Let's see. Age gap. Okay. So this could also be where the cockiness is coming from. This person could literally feel like they are more cultured than you. They have more, like they view you as someone who like isn't on their level maybe, or like. But I think it's just like, I mean, it's a toxic behavior. Whatever this thing is they kind of like make themselves seem better than they are. That's what I'm getting. Like they have this like affluent life. Like they could have like lit IG, like, you know, whatever, blah blah blah, but like at the end of the day this person is actually truly super not in touch with their emotions, don't really know what they want. They kind of like a fuckboy. I kind of just gone with that. If this person has absolutely no good qualities, they're a fuckboy. One more. Okay. And there was miscommunication. So honestly, like this miscommunication with the age gap and like this whole vibe that I'm getting, they could have like kind of written you off just because you guys like you could have said one thing wrong, or like, you know, like those people who like you misspelled a word and then they're like, ew, this person's like not cultured, you know. But yeah, you are better off without this person. 100%. Like the other groups haven't been as like I haven't felt like it's like a male like prissy energy, like arrogance kind of, but it comes, they say it's confidence, but yeah, at the end of the day this is totally like had nothing to do with you. This person is just kind of like a douche or a fuck boy, fuck girl, you know, someone who's just like not in touch enough with their emotions to be in healthy relationships. So yeah, I'm sorry, group number 3. All right, but thank you so much for stopping by, and if you resonated, please let me know down below, and I'll see you in the next pick a card. All right, group number 4. Oh, we're already at 43 minutes. Oh well. Okay, why did this person ghost you? I think you reminded them of someone. That's random. So you guys could have literally been actually together in like a legitimate relationship, like maybe not even like not a situationship. Man, there's a lot of 2s. Yeah. I am getting that you could have reminded them of someone, but they also like okay, so someone didn't let their intentions be known in the situation. I think that they weren't upfront with their feelings from the jump. I don't know if this person just like maybe didn't want a relationship from the beginning. That is possible. They literally didn't want a relationship from the beginning. They weren't looking for a wife. Like, this person is kind of more like self-absorbed. They are very like into their body and like physicality of things, and what is interesting, they may have ghosted you, but you still linger in their mind. You are still someone that they think about. I think that they honestly feel like, so we have the Judgment card with the Queen of Cups here. I don't think they necessarily are happy with how, like, they wish they would have put you first. So they are at an impasse. Like, they feel at this point that, like, they've screwed this up, because they have. But I think that, like, they're looking back now and, like, seeing, like, how, like, emotionally stable you are and caring and all the Cancerian qualities, like someone who would be a good wife, and they're like talking to their bros about this, and like you're in like the back of their mind all the time, I feel like. And they reflect about like on it all the time, and they have like fragments with this fragment card. You're like a ghost that like never like went away. It's like when you, there's just something that lingers like about you that is just so like intriguing. I think this person honestly could want to come back. I'm not sure that they will, because we do have the Warrior card here. I hate to say this. I think that so you do have the Empress in reverse here by the Two of Cups in reverse. I think that physically, you may not be exactly what they thought they were looking for, or there's things that like the standard or like their type, like you maybe weren't their type, and this is probably why. But they're realizing now that like maybe even though you weren't their physical type, that like emotionally you were like what they needed. And I think that their guides like are kind of like I wouldn't say antagonizing, but like, and even their friends I think are like, why did you like do that? Like, it doesn't make any sense, you know. And I'm not really getting this as like a fear of like commitment so much. Like, maybe that, I mean, if two of Cups in reverse is like this person, I get this like self-destructive vibe of like they like screw up their own life, and then they are like, why, you know, kind of like right now I think that they feel really exposed, and I honestly feel like you're kind of like sitting back and you're just like, it's like this girl in the Queen of Cups, she's like so like, oh yeah, you miss me, wow. Like, I feel like you have like I mean, if you are a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, you definitely feel this energy if they're thinking about you all the time. And I think that this like this fragmentation like drives them crazy. I feel like they feel like you're their muse in a way. I think one of you is a musician potentially. Like, I'm getting flute. That's weird. I don't think you necessarily have to play the flute, but I think they see how stable you are, and now they're kind of like regretting it. Wow. Go water signs. Forever haunting people. Okay. What can I get for group number 4? Let go. So, if you're still holding on to feelings about this person, you need to let it go. Or maybe they're just having a hard time letting it go. abuse. Okay. This person I'm getting could smoke weed. That's random. This could be when they think about you the most. But I think that they potentially could abuse, what do you call it? Substances. But I'm getting smoking something. Yeah. They're just like hazy. Their judgment's hazy. And addictions. Okay, yeah, so this person definitely has some addiction problems, like addictions to, also you or them could be addicted to reflecting on the past or holding on to people, holding on to, because when we hold on to people spiritually, we do actually hold on to fragments of who they are. And, like, if you don't cut those cords, it will energetically drain you. So this could be why you need to let go, because if you are a water sign, you'll feel this. Like, they can take your energy from afar, like vampiric energy sucking. But they do feel like you are their soulmate. But this could definitely be a karmic soulmate. I'm seeing. And sometimes we just, like, need to let them go. Like, they were there to teach us a lesson, and it's just, like, the falling out of the relationship is beneficial for both of you in the long run. But I think it is hard for both of you. Like, 'cause I think you guys commiserate with your friends and, like, talk about it. Maybe their friends, like, bring you up a lot. Maybe you guys have the same friends, and, like, you could see this person around. With the 4, they could be from, like, your same hometown, or you guys live near each other. I'm totally getting like addicted to marijuana, and I know a lot of people disagree that like you can get addicted to marijuana, but it's like a mental dependency, and they like abuse like other people's energy and like drain it. Somebody, like, you need to let it go. Somebody needs to make the judgment call to let it go. I'm seeing a woman with, like, long dark hair. So, yeah, I think that this happened by surprise. Maybe you'd be surprised that they have addictions. Maybe we have the surprise, but I was looking at like the let your intentions be known card, so maybe you were surprised by like their actual intentions, or maybe they were surprised by your actual intentions, and it, like just didn't want to wife you up. Either way, the situation needs to be let go of. They have toxic behaviors that aren't going to be good for you in the long run, and addictions, and I think that they're an energy vampire, and I still think that they're probably getting energy from you still. They could be using mirror magic if they know about that. And they could be spying on you. Okay. Yeah. Either way, this person still thinks about you, like, all the time, and I'm sure you feel it. But in order to like unlock your inner warrior and bring structure into your own life and like take control back, you need to let them go. And honestly, you might have to let them know that. You might have to like go, like, actually have the confidence to, like, after you have a period of reflection, to tell them that like I don't like plan on like ever having you back in my life. Excuse me. Like, you just like don't intend to like be with this person or like think about them. Like, even if you don't tell them how you feel and what your intentions are, like maybe you should have like a ritual or ceremony with yourself to like release them. So I think, and like an energetic cord cutting would be beneficial for you guys. But yeah, if that resonated, let me know. And yeah, I'm gonna move on to group Number 5. Why did you get ghosted? Okay, this person. So straight up we have the gate, which is a barrier keeping you from your goal. This person definitely could, this could be divinely orchestrated to like not work out. Because the outcome wasn't going to be good. We have the beauty card here in reverse though, which like always brings up like thorns to me. Like this person was actually like not being honest with who they are. I think that, so there is a rejection here with the 4 of Cups in reverse, and this is a Cancer card. There's a 3 of Cups in reverse here, third party situation potentially, and then the 7 of Swords in reverse here. So the 7 of reverse, I feel like this person could have been lying about a third party, and could have been an earth sign, Virgo. There's a lot of Cancer energy here, but yeah, there's 3 4s. So this has raised a lot of confusion because the 3 of Cups and the 4 of Cups together is the 7 of Cups. 7 of Cups is confusion. So I mean, they could have also ghosted you because they were confused. They were confused about, so that would also make 2 7s. I don't think this person knows what they want, for sure. I think someone's an artist here, like painting, drawing, something like crafty with their hands. This person was also pretty ungrounded. They weren't secure financially, potentially. I feel like they have jealousy problems. They always want like what they can't have. They never want what's like presented to them. And I think that they're always stuck like reminiscing about like past relationships, and this is kind of what stops them from having anything like beautiful work out in their life, like having an actual beautiful like relationship with someone. I think that they really only know like how to leave situations, and like they like, or being left. I think that also comes from a stem issue of like abandonment. Like they could have abandonment issues, but actually exhibit them themselves because they don't want to get attached. They don't want to really have those emotions. They don't like. I think that this is the type of person who kind of constantly stays in third party situations because like when something falls through, they always have a backup, and they're always going to have a backup. I think that they could also be somewhat materialistic. They kind of like hoard. I'm getting like hoarder vibes, but like people hoarding. Like, and this is like not cute. Like this is like not a cute energy. They have, because like I think that a lot of the people that this person like collects, Capricorn's also the sign of collection. I think that they're like really like stunningly beautiful people. Like they could have like I'm not necessarily saying this person is like drop dead gorgeous, but I mean, you definitely could be, and like they kind of like, this is the type of person who's like, I'm gonna treat you like so great, blah blah blah, and like they don't like follow through. They don't even know how to follow through. I don't think they know how to have stable emotions for like much of anything. And I think that you could literally be like the 7th person they've ghosted. I think that they probably do this all the time. They have like a lot of people that they talk to, like not seriously. This could have been going on for 4 weeks. You guys could have been talking for 4 weeks, 4 days, 4 months, whatever. They just like, they're not healed as a person, and like the universe like literally put a barrier up between you two so that you guys couldn't be together, because this would be a very destructive, I mean, they're a destructive person. Like they have like their innocence has been torn. They've been through a lot, and especially with this Cancerian energy, you could feel like you wanted to fix them. They don't want to be fixed. They don't have any interest in like putting their pieces back together. At least not right now. They're not like, they're gonna have to want it themselves. Is what I'm saying. You could have really been like a very big support to them too, and like even financially I'm seeing, but they just like, they didn't want to like see it grow. They just like, they're still like a baby tree, like on the inside, like they're emotionally stunted. Okay, so I'm gonna pull from my collection of notes. What do we have for group number 5? I got it. Okay, I'm literally making a video about it, and it just says ghosted. I don't know if you can read that from there, but it says ghosted. I know. This is why I'm doing this reading. Group number 5. Or did you ghost them? Group number, this one. So that was a surprise under the third party. So they honestly also, did someone accidentally get pregnant? They had like a surprise pregnancy that they had to leave you because of. 'Cause that's messed up. Let's see, let's grab one more. And then, dang, we have soulmate. I just pulled this for like 2 of these for the last group. There's hella papers in here. Like, if they did have a pregnancy, it's probably with a soulmate. I don't really get the vibe that this is your soulmate necessarily. I mean, they could feel like a soulmate to you, but I don't think that. Let's see what else we have. Sagittarius. Okay. So I'm getting more like, keep wanting to put it over by the beauty. Okay, so let's see. What would a rising sign be if Cancer is in, or Sagittarius was in your 4th house? Virgo? Is that Virgo rising? So that's Virgo again. So this person also, so I mean the Sagittarius with like in conjunction with the Beauty reverse, I think that the way this person talks or like acts isn't, it's kind of like trashy. They move weird. That's like kind of what I'm getting. I think that I mean, either you or them, like, if you're a Sagittarius, like, this is possible that you just, like, rub them the wrong way. But, I really just, getting a V also. V? Victor? I don't know. Either way, whoever has the Virgo energy is, like, not on their game right now. And they ghosted you to, like, also possibly, so this is a new abilities card. I'm going to clarify this, actually. What are these new abilities? Prince of Cups reverse. Yeah. This person just isn't emotionally mature. They need to learn the ability of communicating and also like they just like have way too many, like this is the type of person who just like has too many options. Like they just like Venus and Sag, that's a beauty card with Sagittarius. This definitely could be a Venus and Sag person who's just like on their bullshit, and they have like a ton of like people that they talk to all the time, but nothing, like to them they don't take it seriously, but they like make it sound serious. So like if you're like a water sign or someone who like, or an air sign, someone who takes like words and communication really seriously, this is like a person who would like fuck you up emotionally and mentally. They could have literally, I think that they lied and felt like you, like it's like, oh, I think you're my soulmate, and then they're just like, bye. Yeah, this definitely isn't a soulmate energy to me. Like a soulmate would never treat you like this. Like I don't even care. Like twin flame, like blah blah blah. Like there's like, like that's like the energy. It's just like grade school, like I'm gonna treat you like shit, and then like they need new game. That's what I'm getting. Also, it's just like their act is getting old. They do this to so many like people. They have like they probably like use the soulmate line on like everyone. And I'm not a bitter person, guys. Like I feel like this reading has made me sound really bitter, but it's just like I know that there's people out there like this. Like I'm in a happy, healthy relationship, but it's like they don't want to commit. They don't want to have to make a decision on anyone. They just kind of want to be like a hoe. And like they don't even see the repercussions or like how it affects other people. I'm gonna clarify one more. Please clarify beauty in reverse. That was aggressive. Yeah, this person isn't, like, they bring a lot of chaos with them. They're rigid. Let's see. It's forbidden. They aren't strong enough to be honest with their feelings. They're kind of just in it for the passion. That's what I'm getting, and this is why they cause like a tornado in like most people's lives that they enter. Yeah. But they could be attractive, and that's why like the appeal and like why people like go to them. But they have like no intentions of settling down anytime soon. This has totally like nothing to do with you. Like none of these readings really have been like, and I think that is so true of relationships and like why people get ghosted nowadays. It's not about the other person that you ghosted. It's about like their issues. Like whoever did the ghosting, because I mean, like I'll be the first to admit that I totally like when I was younger I used to do this, and it's like either I didn't feel like I was worthy, or like I was afraid I was gonna get hurt, or like I mean I've never been the type of person to be like, oh, I just have all these people on deck. Like I don't like I'm not like that. Like I know there are people like that. I've been ghosted personally by people like that. But it's just being ghosted is more of a reflection on them than it is on you. And yeah, so I hope that we can all find some solace in that, because we are all beautiful human beings who like deserve to be loved and deserve to love and be loved in return. And just it's unfortunate that sometimes we have to put up with these types of characters who like don't respect us, and this is at the end of the day it's all about respect. And I just hope that nobody gets bitter from being in any of these situations, and just know that like if you respect yourself, like then you and like love yourself, like you'll bring in someone who will do the same for you. as long as you use like your discernment and like intuition, because obviously everybody's going to be attracted to something that sparkles, and someone that sparkles, and someone who sparkles is someone who takes care and loves themselves. So yeah, anyway, again, this is Jameson with Pretty Young Tarot, and if you enjoyed this reading, I would love it so much if you would subscribe, comment, do all that. I appreciate you being here, and I hope to see you next time. Bye, y'all.